What up? It's on the Sickle into Sobriety. My name is Rob, and I'm an alcoholic and drug addict. Now I'm back. Now I'm back at the fucking rehab. I'm back in the Cuarto de Malias, a place I thought I would never, ever, ever have to see ever again. And I'm filled with shame, and I'm filled with guilt, and I feel like a failure. And I'm just like, dude, not again, dog. No mames, way. And I'm just sitting there at the edge of the bed, like, fuck. I'm just like, fuck again, dog. Like another 3 months of this fucking bullshit. Like, and I couldn't see the positive outcome of this shit. You know what I mean? I just couldn't see the positive stuff about it. I was feeling guilty about myself. I was feeling ashamed of myself. All the bullshit, right? I was just kicking myself when I was down. And I remember, yeah, I think um, it was on a Tuesday when I got there. I'm trying to remember, right? Because I remember that day it was the meeting where all the people from the governing table were there, and like the mesa de servicio, and I was like a part of that mesa de servicio. There was like one or two dudes that were new, but for the most part, it was all the same people. And the blinds were open from the Cuarto de Malia. I was looking out because I was waiting for somebody to take me out to smoke a cigarette. And usually on Tuesdays and Fridays when all the people from the governing body show up, there's always like two or three people that they actually do care. Maybe I don't know, but they'll go into the withdrawal room and they'll see who's there and they'll chop it up with you. And I fucking remember the homie. Well, it wasn't my homie. The sponsors fucking came in the room. He looked at me. He's like, "What happened?" Exactly the same reaction my dad gave me. He's like, "¿Qué te pasó?" And I was like, "No." I told him to get down right. He's like, "Fuck," and I fucking started crying like a motherfucker, breaking down. And he's like, "Esas pinches lágrimas de cocodrilo, the crocodile tears, they don't mean shit around here, big dog. You already know." And I was like, "I know, but I feel bad." He's like, "Of course you feel bad. You fucked up. Like, how can you not feel bad?" He's like, "But you're here. Make the best out of it. You have another chance, dog. Like, take advantage of the second chance that you got here." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, you're right." And he shook my hand and gave me like a bro hug. He's like, "Don't even trip, fool. Like, it's good." And it was like some paisa dude, so everything was conversation was all in Spanish. And then another servidor came in there, right? Another sponsor, and he just looked at me like, but this guy, he was my boy because we did the first my first rehab. We did it together. Like, he's the one that was the one of the few that showed me exactly what it was to like trust somebody. Like, he would look out for me. He'd give me stuff. Like, he was like super duper cool with me, and he was part of the governing body. He came in. He was just like, "Fucking Robert." He's like, "I told you." I was like, "I know, fool." And he was like, "Pues ni pedo, no, what can you do about it? Ya estás aquí, yeah, you're here, just get it over with." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." So I'm sitting there, laying there, wanting to scratch my fucking skin off because all the these bed bugs are big. They're fucking going around, walking everywhere, having it their way. I'm eating some rice and they're fucking sitting right next to me, eating rice with me. They're fucking drinking all the hot tea that's right there. They're fucking smoking half of my cigarettes. Like, these bed bugs are doing their goddamn thing. These bed bugs are bed bugging. Did I say that right? Roaches are roaching. They're crawling all over the cracks, in and out of the fucking window. And I'm just like, fuck it. I'll get through this. I'll fucking get through this. I would like, it was gross as fuck. Cause I'd go to sleep, I'd wake up, and I'd just see like bugs going over my pillows. Like, oh, it's fucking. Now that I think about it, I would never fucking sleep like that ever again, right? But I didn't have nothing else. At least I had a bed, right? I'd just be like, fuck, mom is like, and right there is when I didn't have nothing to do. So there was only one way I knew how to pass my time besides reading, because I did pick up reading a lot right there because I already knew how to fucking program in there. So I just started reading a lot. And when I would get bored, since I was by myself, I'd fucking close the blinds, replay the memories in my head of all the fucking no port that I've been watching, and fucking and go to town, right? And I'll never forget this. I'm right there laying in bed, like facing the wall, like facing this way, and I'm just like doing my thing. And then fucking the cook, the cocinero, he fucking just boom, he just walks in, and we make eye contact. My arm is like in mid motion, and we make eye contact, and he's just like, oh. He fucking closes the door, dog. I was like, fuck. This motherfucker killed the whole mood. Now I gotta go all over again. I was like, God damn it. I don't know how many times I fucking did that shit in that room, dude. A lot. It was 3 days worth. And I didn't have anything else to do. My shit was sore after that. Kind of numb, actually. It was so fucked up. But it was nice to finally get out. I absolutely hated when I got out because there's always one of the servidoras, right? One of the female sponsors, oh no, like an older lady, always has some shit to talk, always had to say something. When I got out of the room, she was like, no, pues a este todavía le falta otro pinche anexo que tiene la pipa todavía en la frente. I'm like, well, that's what I'm hearing. Lady pretty much said that, like, this guy, like, she looked at me and she's like, this guy still has another rehab to do, meaning, like, do this one and then one more because I still have the pipe painted on my forehead. I was like, man, fuck you, bitch. I was like, fucking bitch, dude. She was talking all kinds of shit, right? So, after the 3 days of going through that bullshit, it was whatever. It's time for me to shower. I already know I have 5 minutes, whatever. I shower up. I was embarrassed to tell people that I had been there already, that I had relapsed. So, but for the most part, everybody knew. But if no, it was ask, don't tell type of situation. You know what I mean? Nobody asked. I didn't tell nobody. It was whatever. And so I'm there reading, doing my thing. And then finally they let me out. I take my shower, and then I asked the house manager. I asked him, "Is there anything for me to do? Need me to help with something, sweeping, mopping, whatever?" And he's like, "Nah, it's your first day out." He's like, "Just grab a book, sit on the couch, kick it." I was like, "All right, I can do that." And while I'm just sitting there on the couch chilling, he's like bossing everybody around and shit. Like, hey, you go do this. And he has like an attitude about him. He has like an arrogance about him. Like, a este güey sí se le subió la cabeza que le dieron las llaves, like this. It really went up to this was head that they made him the house manager. And he's like fucking controlling everybody. He tried to have everybody like boot camp status, like I was like, what the fuck? Me estaba quemando el show, I was just burning the whole show, and I was like, what the fuck? And then there was a guy doing the bathrooms, right? And I already got the permission. Motherfucking Manny and shit, right? He was already, so like he's in the bathroom, so that means he already went through the whole program. He has already been there for a while, And when I first saw Manny, to me I thought like oh, I don't want to fuck with this guy, you know what I mean? Sale, like he comes out like barbon, like he has a barba looking like Cartel de Santa almost, like if he was gay. And but he's in there, he's bald and shit. And I was like, oh, this was cholo, like, because I stereotype people. And so he's doing his thing, and I don't know why the house manager decides to fuck with Manny, right? And I don't know exactly what the house manager told him, but he yelled at him like, hey, ponte a limpiar aquí, que no sé qué. And I was just like, oh. And all of a sudden, I just hear noise like Manny got up, and he's like, hey. I was like, oh, when I heard A, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah. I was like, my first day out, I'm about to see some sick ass action right now. And and I'm like, okay. And I'm okay, what's going on? He's like, and Manny's like, ¿qué esa es la última vez que me grites? And I was like, Manny says, make sure that's the last time you yell at me. And I was like, oh, I was like, yeah. And then I was like, dude, like, this was G'd up. Like, this was gangster. Like, oh, shit. And like, I was like, this was like, I was like, man, he's about to beat this old guy up and shit. I was like tripping. And he's like, ¿sabes qué le pasó a la última persona que me gritó? You know what happened to the last person that yelled at me? I was like, fuck. Like, I was like, dude, Manny fucking lost his marbles. Like, he's fucking gone. Like, like, don't yell at this fool. You know what I mean? I was like, wow. And I was interested. I was like, damn, what happened, Manny? What happened? And like, I'm like, the silence, like the awkward silence is right there. And I'm like waiting for an answer. And the house manager is looking at him like posted up too, like with the clipboard in his hand. Like, what's up? What you gonna do? And then Manny goes, se la mame. And I was like, what the fuck? I fucking lost it, dude. I fucking started cracking up like a motherfucker, dog. I was gone the whole the rest of the time I was there. I was like, no, seas mamón. I was like, what kind of fucking place am I at, dog? I forgot que esta la pinche casa de los locos a la verga. I was like, what the fuck? And then Manny just went back to doing his thing, and the fucking house manager went to go do his thing, and I gotta tell you what, house manager never yelled at him again. And that was my first day coming out of the fucking room. That shit was nuts.